Super early. It is 6:34 a.m. We are in the car on the way over to Disney's Animal Kingdom because our plan this morning is to rope drop Flight of Passage. It's just Dad driving over here, Rachel's in the back. Mom is going to follow us over because she doesn't ride a Flight of Passage because she gets motion sickness, so she's going to get a Disney bus over in probably about like 40 minutes or so. So at least that gives us time to get on, and then we'll meet up with Mom. It is early entry at 7:30 this morning, so a nice early start. I always really like it when they open earlier for the early entry because I tend to find it's a bit quieter. So we have also today the multi-pass Lightning Lane situation. I booked that 7 days ago. If you're from the UK and you're trying to book 7 days in advance, check out a TikTok I have pinned on my account, or I think I have it on Instagram Reels as well, but you'll probably have to scroll to find it. It will show you how you can book it 7 days in advance even if you're from the UK. So that's what I did 7 days ago. So I think we've got Everest, Navi River Journey, I can't remember, I think Safari or something. The way I understand it is it's kind of like a bit of a game. So as soon as you tap in for your first multi-pass, then basically like the game opens up and you can just like play around and do lots of things like change your ride times and stuff. One thing I found that I didn't really realize when I was actually trying to book it was that you really can't overlap the times very much at all initially in your initial 3 bookings. But from what I understand from watching others' videos, you can overlap a bit more when it all opens up. So I think when I was booking it, it would let me overlap by maybe 5 or 10 minutes, but I think you can overlap by at least 30 minutes. So we'll see what happens when it all opens up. We'll probably do a bit of rejigging and move some of those lightning lanes around if they're available. I want to make sure we go on Dinosaur today because, well, I mean, we've thought this on our last trip as well. We think it's going to be the last time we get to ride it before they change it to Indiana Jones. So that's one of our missions today, but obviously the main mission is to go and get on Flight of Passage this morning. This has kind of been like our strategy with using or not using, I guess, the lightning lanes, is that we get to the park early and try and rope drop the individual lightning lane ride, because that's saving us like $20 in some cases a head. So that's $80 like for the 4 of us, which is what we did yesterday for Tron, and it worked so well. Obviously it can go wrong and the ride can be down and whatever, but I think it's a good strategy. And then for each park, apart from Epcot, actually, we've got a day where we have the multi-pass lightning lane to make sure we get everything done. That's kind of how I'm working with the new system. Obviously you'll be following along to see how that goes for us. We're just turning around now by ESPN. Now obviously we could have got the bus this morning, but I always find with Animal Kingdom it's just as handy to drive over because it's a bit of a further away park for us, being at All Key West. And obviously we were coming in super early. We did actually see a bus coming in as we were driving out, but that was the very first bus, and that would have taken a good, like, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes to go around the whole of All Key West. So we're getting in ahead of a lot of the buses as well. We are the only ones pulling up to the gate. I'd say a lot of people that are coming in early are obviously getting their buses from their resorts because it is early entry just for resort guests. So our arrival time into the parking lot is 6:41. Definitely does look busy back here, but I think that's where the cast members are parking. I always think of Run Disney when I'm here and it's like this. I think we did that, remember we did that run, the 5K here, super early. So from what I've seen on TikToks, I think security opens about 6:45. So I'd say by the time we get here, security's already going to be open. And then I think the gate should open around 7 a.m. or 7:15 a.m. I guess it varies day by day. And then hopefully we're on Flight of Passage, or at least in the queue, but even before 7:30, that would be great. It's weird when you don't have any cars to follow. Normally, like, you're just in a queue of cars, like, just following everybody. Now you have to try and look out for the little people. Oh, I see people with... Well, they look little from here. It's just because we're in a big vehicle, everything looks little, okay? You see there's a guy over there with a wand. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so we're going to be on the right, but it looks like we are going to be close. Perfect. There's only about, like, what, 10 cars here already? Yay! All right, we're parked up and walking in. It is, oh gosh, I can't see the time because I just got a picture of my dog. I'm sure Rachel would share the time. It was 6:46. So we're parked up. Like I say, we're about the 10th car, I think, in the parking lot this morning. and we are parked over to the right. We're just crossing over now. Temperature wise, quite nice right now. There's no sun up, obviously. It is feeling a bit humid, but it's feeling okay. That's the good thing about this morning versus yesterday, is actually that we're going to be doing a lot of this pre-weigh in while the sun is only just coming up. Whereas yesterday we were in like, we're facing the sun, literally waiting to be let in to go on Tron. We've brought all our hydration, so Rachel's got a bottle there with liquid IV in it, and she's got her bottle of water. I've got the same, staying hydrated, and then Mam's following us and she's bringing more water as well. Even though I felt like we drank loads yesterday, I still felt a bit dehydrated at the end. Like, it's just rough with the heat. Like, you just got to keep drinking water and then making sure you're getting like an electrolyte in with either something like the liquid IV sachets or Powerade, something like that. Rachel was just saying I don't think we're going to be stood anywhere for a long time this morning. I don't think so either, because like I say, it'll be security, gate, and then walked to the ride. Hopefully we'll be doing all those in like 10 to 15 minute increments. Say it's 6:45, 7:45 now. Ah! My sunglasses just decided to dive off the back of my head. Okay, security's not open yet. Interesting. Okay, so we are now just going to queue for security. All right, so this is the security line. And then you can see the far side, there's 2 more lines over here with people coming from the buses as well. We are now over waiting by the turnstiles. The current time is 2 minutes to 7. I'd say security opened at about 6:53, something like that. And we walked over. Already though, the line is starting to build up behind us. As you can see, lots of people waiting. Now I think what's going to happen is they will open the turnstiles about 7 a.m. or 7:15, like in between that 15-minute window. We're going to head over to the left because that's where the early entry is going to be. Usually the right-hand side is for guests without early entry. And then I think we might get held at a rope before heading then to Flight of Passage. All right, Rachel, how are we feeling this morning?
Tired.
Did you get a good sleep though?
Yeah, no, it was way better than the first one.
Yeah. I think we all slept better. We got to bed around like 8:30 last night. How's Dad feeling?
Oh, good, yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I think Flight of Passage is one of your favourites, right?
It is, yeah. Yeah, really looking forward to that. Good start to the day. That and then Starbucks.
And then we have our lighted lane for Everest is at I think 8:05. So we should be able to maybe even get Starbucks and then go to Everest. I think Starbucks opens during early entry, does it? I think so. We'll find out. So we actually managed to get right up to a turnstile as they opened more turnstiles. And now we're just waiting. They put up the sign to show that the early entry is over to the left like we thought. It is now 7:09. The cast members are starting to file out. Getting excited.
Guest early entry will be on the left.
Ah, my bottle opened. It's okay, I got it.
Shuffle walk.
Yeah, shuffle walk. Hello! There's 3 of us.
Excellent.
Thank you. Get that shuffle walk going.
So many people out there.
I know, right? It's a sport. I really should train for this, I think.
Everybody going to Avatar?
Yes, of course. It's a good calf workout, this one. Especially uphill. I know. It's so stressful. It'll be worth it. Okay, we have somehow managed it again. We are right up at the rope drop for Flight of Passage. We had to do a really rough power walk all the way here like everybody else. Is so funny. I always find it funny because as you're doing these walks, like everyone's just saying the same thing. Oh my God, I'm not built for this. My legs are sore. It's fun. I think you need to do some pre-training for these power walks. As you can see, they've got us all just held here on the bridge. And I think very shortly we're now going to move into the Flight of Passage queue. It is 7:20 a.m. right now. Oh my God.
Listen to the people in front of us. Cody.
In the back, say woo! Fair enough. It's okay. All right. So we got a little bit of instructions of how we're going to do this. Okay. Step 1: you're going to be behind us as we walk at all times. If you try to walk past us, we're going to be like, hey, get back there. We don't need this today. All right. Now, you're going to follow us. Walk. That's the key word. Walk. Say it with me. Walk with us all the way to the front. So in the back, we're gonna what? Walk. A few back there. I heard one run.
Val, you need to go back.
All right, are we ready to walk?
Yeah!
Now let's start walking.
And don't step on our tour guide. Yeah. And if you stumble and fall, you will be trampled to death. Apologies from Disney. Sorry you died. But I didn't want that to happen, but it happened. They only lose like one cast member or one We're right.
If you're going to Navi, stay to the left.
It's getting a bit squeezy.
Stow your gear in the storage containers on the back wall. This should include all bags, cameras, and other items, including cell phones.
In just a few moments, you'll be restrained at a height above the ground and the floor will move under you. If you have a fear of heights or frontal motion sickness or cannot remain seated for the 4.5-minute flight, let us know in the next room. We're going to begin with seats 1 through 8, followed by 9 through 16, right this way.
Attention drivers, stow your gear on the back wall and then get onto the link chair the way we showed you in the video. Then put on your flight visors.
Oh, it smells
For
amazing.
your safety, throughout this entire experience, remain seated, lean forward.
All right, we are now coming off Avatar and we're heading over to the Tree of Life to meet Mam. We were the first ride of the day. That just worked out super well. Again, another successful rope drop. It is 7:56. So we have only about 4 minutes until the park opens to regular guests. So I imagine by the time we're getting around to the Tree of Life, it will have opened. So our strategy is to head straight for that first lightning lane that we have over at Everest, because we want to unlock then the next lightning lane. So our plan now is just head straight for the Tree of Life, pick up Mam, head over to Everest, scan in for the lightning lane, and then we can start playing around with our lightning lanes for the rest of the day. I think what I'll end up doing is booking Dinosaur, because I've seen that it's been getting some decent enough waits because it is expected to close very soon. And then we pretty much have lightning lanes for everything but apart from Cali River Rapids, and is a Bugs Life closed? Because I know they're refurbing that. I don't know if that's still open, but they're the only two, I think. Once we do Dinosaur, or our next lightning lane, we'll start booking then in this evening for a different park. And we were just talking there, I think we're going to go with Epcot this evening. So I had thought we would have time to at least grab a Starbucks after Flight of Passage before we get to our Lightning Lane, which is at 8:10, but it does actually take quite a long time. So it was a 10-minute walk because I was recording the whole walk from the bridge to Flight of Passage. So we didn't get there till about 7:35 because they started walking us before 7:30. And then, you know, Flight of Passage is a long ride, pre-show plus a 4.5-minute ride. So yeah, by the time we got off, it's already end of that early entry. It's 8 a.m. and we've got probably like a 10-minute walk now to get over to Everest. So it actually turned out really well timing-wise. We just don't get our Starbucks just yet. No. But I promise, Dad, we'll have Starbucks after Everest. Yeah, that's true. Because Rachel and I normally get like an iced coffee that we'd take a while to drink. So Starbucks before Everest is probably not a good idea anyway. Although Dad has his coffee gone usually in 1 to 2 minutes. Oh gosh, we're coming on the Stampede now from entry. Let's try to get over to the left hand side there, Dad, if we can. Oh gosh, we're gonna get trampled. It's like the Lion King all over again. Yeah, so just as expected, as soon as the gates open, there is a flood of people heading for a Flight of Passage. We timed it pretty well, I think. So Mom said she was over sitting right by the tree. All right, we're heading towards Asia. Oh my gosh, are they all going to Dinosaur? This park always feels the most humid though, because of all the plants and everything. What? It does? We're sweating.
Are you?
Yeah, I think it's really humid. It's just not hot.
I just don't feel as bad as yesterday.
No, I think we had a good sleep, didn't we?
Like,
yeah.
you guys were.
Yeah, the rope drop worked really well today though. Rope drop today for Flight of Passage was a lot easier than rope drop for Tron. We definitely had a lot less of a wait as well. So we arrived at the park at 6:45, like I said, and we were on the ride, or like moving to the ride queue by 7:25. So really not long of a wait at all. Whereas Tron, we were, gosh, they were at 7. We didn't get to move into the queue till 9. So it was like 2 hours overall. So that is 2 of the 3 rope drop mornings that we wanted to do. The third one is gonna be Rise of the Resistance over at Hollywood Studios. Oh cute, there's a little hare. He's just trying to cross the path. He's so cute. And hopefully we get on as well as we did today, and that's a smooth rope drop as well. And then we'll have done those 3 big rope drops. So I don't know if I mentioned, but what I actually did with the Lightning Lane is book Mam in for Everest, even though she's not gonna ride it, because I want us all to tap in to unlock the system or the game of multi-pass Lightning Lane. So Mom's going to come into the queue, scan herself in, and then when we get to the ride, she's just going to say that she's not riding. At least she gets to see the queue line for the first time. I don't think Mom will ever ride Everest. As much as we get her to try a new fun, scary ride each trip, I think Everest will be too far. It's that backwards bit. It's so intense. And overall, it's a proper roller coaster, really. I would say it's one below Guardians though. She did do Guardians, but she'd never do that again by choice.
Welcome in.
Okay, so we've done our Lightning Lane. I've booked Dinosaur. We're going back in through the standby. Obviously there wasn't much of a need of the Lightning Lane. It's only a 5-minute standby, but like I say, it unlocked everything for us now. And now we've got everything booked and we can just chill and enjoy our morning. And then once we scan in for our next ride, which will actually be Dinosaur, because I got Dinosaur for 8:55, we'll start loading then the Lightning Lanes for Epcot later. So that's worked out pretty well. And the Lightning Lane today was the cheapest one of our trip, and there's obviously a reason for that. Animal Kingdom is not the most advantageous park to have it. I think it was about like $15 or $16 per person today, whereas it would have been like $20 just for Flight of Passage. So doing that rope drop just worked out really well for us. So Rachel, are you thinking we might wait for the front row? You think so?
I think it's going to be quiet.
Yeah, we're saying it might be quiet. We just did towards the back, so it would be good to do towards the front. We are just being held for the front row. There was only about 2 trains in front of us, so we thought we might as well wait.
Attention Expedition Everest team members. Once on board, secure all gear in the cargo bag equipment. For your safety, remain seated with your head.
I think on the backwards bit you must be going faster going uphill when you're in the back or something.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I would have thought the front would be more intense because you're getting pulled uphill, but I definitely thought, whoa! I definitely thought going backwards was more intense. Oh my god, that was so fun. We're making our way over to Starbucks. I promised Dad we'd get Starbucks today. Like I said, so he's very excited. We did 2 rides on Everest, as you saw. Back row, front row. Definitely think the back row was more intense. And our next stop after this, I think, is going to be Navi River Journey. So, like I was saying earlier, it wouldn't let me like overlap lightning lanes when I first booked them. So I had like Everest, I think 10 past 8 to 10 past 9, and then I think it let me book Navi like 5 past 9 to 5 past 10, and then Safari is probably the same, like say 5 past 10 to 5 past 11, something like that. But when I went to book Dinosaur now, it let me book Dinosaur for 8:55 to 9:55, even though I have Navi River Journey booked for 9:05. So it's only like a 10-minute difference between the times, and it's overlapping by 50 minutes. And that was absolutely fine. So that's what I meant when I said we needed to go scan in, and then it would let us like play the system a little bit more. So we'll see then what happens when we go to try and book into a different park and how that works out for us, because obviously, you know, for Epcot, there'll be a lot of lightning lanes gone because people will have booked in advance and stuff. I think we might struggle to get something like Frozen. Hopefully we can get something. Ideally we would get Frozen or Remy because that's in the World Showcase, and I think we're going to go and do a bit of food and wine. Just making our way now up to Starbucks. The park is still feeling relatively chill. It's nice. It is just 8:35 now, so we've got about 30 minutes until that Navi River Journey opens, or we could head back to Dinosaur and do that at 5 to. So we'll get our coffees and then we'll decide what our plan of action is. Starbucks looks busy. Mum and I are just chilling while Dad and Rachel get the Starbucks orders. We got some large iced waters. I've just put a good bit of it into my bottle. Mum's loaded her bottle up as well. We're staying hydrated. And Dad and Rachel's iced waters are there. They should be out now in a sec. Oh, here she comes. What have you got for us? Oat milk. Oat milk? I asked for almond milk.
Oh, it could be almond milk.
Oh, okay. Different milk. And then that's your pumpkin spice. Rachel went for a hot coffee, which I thought was very rogue of her. But you haven't had a pumpkin spice yet, have you?
Yeah.
That's what it was. And actually, it's not feeling too hot right now. It's like very humid, so it's sweaty, but it's not too hot. We took our time enjoying our Starbucks, so it is actually time for our Navi lightning lane, so we're going to head in for that now. I did just have a look at the wait times, and they're still looking pretty good. Navi's actually at 40 minutes, so that was a good one for our lightning lane. I think Dinosaur is only at 10 or something. Flight of Passage, I think, is not crazy. I think it was around 60. And so definitely not a crazy busy morning here, which is really good. Like I said yesterday, I've heard that the wait times, and seen like on Instagram and stuff, the wait times this September are looking a lot better than this time last year. So we're definitely experiencing that so far. It just never gets old walking into this area. Like, it's so nice. So cool.
I'll see it at night though.
I know, we just want to see it at night. That's our only gripe with it. Animal Kingdom needs to have, even just once or twice a week, just like some evening hours where you get to see this beautiful park at night, because this area is stunning at night. But to be honest, the whole park is stunning at night. I got to do it in January because I had that Tusker House reservation, but I didn't even get to come through here because by the time I came out it was closed off. But just walking through the park was stunning. So for Navi River Journey there is a second touch point. I don't know if I corrected myself, but we didn't have a second touch point for Everest, and you can actually see it on the app that you're able to book your next one. So Navi River journey done. When I scanned in, I was able to go on then and change our Lightning Lane park to Epcot and book Frozen. I didn't think we were going to be able to get Frozen today, so that's awesome. So I booked that from 7 to 8. And then once we tap in for Dinosaur, I'm going to try get Remy and see if that's an option. I'm pretty sure Remy is on the Lightning Lane booking, right? It's not an individual. I think it's only Guardians that's the individual. So that's worked out super well. We're now just taking a stroll over to Dinosaur. It is 9:30. And then I think what we're going to do is do our safari ride and then come and join the walk-up list for Nomad Lounge. And then while we're waiting on that, we'll explore the rest of the park. Then we can come and have a drink and maybe some snacks at the Nomad Lounge. There's someone arriving into Pandora for the first time, I think. Really appreciating today that it's overcast. It's making it so much more bearable with the heat. We're all doing fine. Just means that you can like enjoy the park a bit more, go a bit longer and stuff. Oh, Kevin's out. This could be the last time that we see Dinoland USA. So Dinosaur has a posted 25-minute wait. Obviously we're going to jump right in the Lightning Lane. We're just about to get on Dinosaur. We pretty much walked straight on, which is awesome. And I managed to book another Lightning Lane for this evening in Epcot. We've got Soarin' right now. Rachel's over here trying to fiddle faddle to see if we can change it to Remy. So we'll do some...
That's too early.
Ooh, yeah, I think that's too early.
Warning, meteor shower in range.
Just little ones.
Oleoramus. Hadrosaur. Raptor.
Time to get serious. Locking autopilot on homing signal now. Hang on.
So we just stumbled across the queue for the annual pass holder magnet. I don't even know what it is or what's on it.
They had it on the way into Dinoland. They said there was an annual.
Yeah, we saw the sign on the way into Dinoland, yeah. Have to go in and see what it is. Rachel's over there fiddle faddling. She's trying to get us a Remy Lightning Lane for later. We've got a long time though. Hopefully we'll be able to secure it. For now though, we've got Soarin'. So Rachel apparently had a nice Coca-Cola bottle opener that disappeared from the house. So there's some fingers being pointed around now to see who made how it ended up leaving the house. It must have gone in the bin or something. The magnet is Pumbaa and Simone. That's so cool. It's my doggo. All right, we've just rocked up at Safari. It has a 60-minute wait, and look at the standby queue. Oh my gosh. Was not expecting that. I guess the wait times have creeped up. I'll jump in on the app and check the wait times now. Luckily we've got our Lightning Lane, so we can hop right on. Definitely feeling grateful for our lightning lanes. That's the humidity affecting my words. We were just saying, like, even just with one day's use, this system is so far better value for us than Genie Plus, because we are morning people, so being able to stack those 3 in the morning worked. We've completed this whole park by doing the rope drop for Flight of Passage, so all the rides you want to do, and now we've stacked 3 for this evening. It's just so much better for us. So really happy that, like, although we have to pay for it, which I know everyone is upset about, like FastPass Plus was amazing, it was free. The fact that we're getting good value for it just makes it so much better. I think, you know, the thing with Genie Plus was that it left a bad taste in my mouth because we were paying for it but not feeling like we were getting the value for it. And we definitely feel like today we've gotten the value, especially like only paying the $16 coming here to Animal Kingdom.
Use those tongues to wrap around branches and pull leaves out of trees. Until about 1901, there was no Western documentation of the okapi. A lot of people thought that they were a mythical creature. One of the origin stories of the unicorn, believe it or not, that while they can swim, they much prefer to just sink down to the bottom of the river and walk along. They can hold their breath for almost twice as long as a human can. The pink tinge in hippo's skin comes from a secretion that works like a natural. Inkling kettle are a domestic species. They're domesticated thousands of years ago by the Watusi tribe, and while their horns look big and heavy, they only weigh about 3 to 15 pounds thanks to a unique honeycomb structure inside that keeps them nice and light.
Oh my gosh, look at the baby!
Now I know that elephants are some of everybody's favorite animals here on the reserve, and we do want to protect the ones that we love. We can protect these guys by recycling our electronics. Small electronics like cell phones containing a mineral called coltan, and directly under mom.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute.
I think the rest of the elephants are being smart and they're staying in the shade on the back side of these rocks here. She's not quite confident enough to go off on her own yet. She'll go off with her aunt or she'll go off with her grandma, but she won't go off alone yet. 60 miles an hour for short bursts. Use their long tails as a rudder to help them steer while they're going that fast. They're the only big cat that hunts during the day, so they've got black marks underneath their eyes out on the savannah.
Aww.
They live in groups called a pride.
We are now just making our way over to the Nomad Lounge. So Rachel actually joined the wait list as soon as we got off safari, and it said it was only a 10-minute wait and it's already asking us to go check in. So that's worked out perfect. We're gonna go and hopefully chill in some aircon, have a drink, maybe get some snacky bits as well, and just recharge for a little bit. Safari was great, but honestly we're all feeling really good this morning, which is just nice. Even though the sun now is out, it's obviously a bit hotter, but I think just having the lightning lanes, and so we're not like rushing from ride to ride or anything like that, has made a big difference. Obviously, like, it is a cost benefit thing for anybody making that decision, but just for anyone who was really, you know, not happy with Genie Plus but did want to pay for the premium like service and having the skip the line, I would say give the multi-pass a go because it's working really, really well for us. So the Nomad Lounge is attached to Tiffin's. I haven't been to Tiffin's in a while, but have been a couple of times and always really enjoyed it. I also just love the theming in here too.
I like the pen.
This is the food menu here. So there's a bread service, salad, cheese board, there's bao buns and pork belly. Oh, but then where's the chicken wings? Oh, these just the specials. Okay, spin it around. Ah, okay, and then there's more on this side. So sliders, chicken wings, poke bowl, chicken satay and churros, and we've decided to go with an order of the wings and the bread service to share. They have got a massive selection of specialty cocktails. It's actually a little bit overwhelming. We're all taking our time looking through to pick something that we want. I'm thinking I might go with the snow leopard. Mom, you were looking at the leaping lizard, I think. And yeah, the snow leopard is here. It has like ginger beer in it. It's a vodka drink with pear liqueur, mint, lime juice and ginger beer. Just sounds like it might be a bit refreshing. And they've also got some beers and hard ciders and then some non-alcoholic drinks as well. So we're actually sat in what is essentially like an overflow for Nomad Lounge, but it's the Tiffin's restaurant. You can see back behind us in there is the original Nomad Lounge. So the food died a super quick death. The bread service was amazing. It's totally different to when we last had Tiffin's bread service and so much better. And the wings, oh my gosh, these are the best wings I've ever had on Disney property. So, so good. I wouldn't say this is the best bread service. I'd say Sanaa still has that, but the bread was lovely and fresh and warm, and it was actually perfect to share with 4 as well. Now for the drinks, I've gone for the snow leopard. Rachel's got Lamu libation, and Mom got the leaping lizard. Yeah, so Rachel would like me to clarify the bread here was actually better than the Sanaa bread, I think, because it was warm and it was nice, and it was just like a nice assortment between the 3 breads that we had. But I think overall Sanaa bread service wins because you've got a big selection of sauces, and it's a much bigger bread service as well. So Dad has pulled us over for a photo pass. You can always count on Dad to make sure we use our photo pass while we're here. Rachel's not impressed. After a little photo shoot, we're heading into Island Mercantile. Ooh, some good aircon in here. Oh, that's cute. The Mine t-shirt. What you call? I don't actually know what they're called, but you know, the birds that say Mine. Oh, that's cute too. It's an interesting location to have so much Nemo merch. Oh yeah, because of course they have the show here. I always forget about that. Rachel has like a very strong disdain for that show, so I haven't seen it in a long time. Like she aggressively does not want to go and watch that show again. Oh, this is cute. I've seen this collection before, but I don't recall seeing that jumper or this like hoodie spirit jersey thing. That's super cute. Yeah, it's like got like the spirit jersey kind of logo on the back, but it's a hoodie. $54.99, that's not bad. Considering the spirit jerseys are like, what, $80 or something? Oh, they've got a huge stitch section as well. Oh, that jumper's nice. This is really cool though. I just like how it's kind of stitched on there. I have to say, guys, those Nomad Lounge cocktails are really strong. Like, I'm already feeling a little bit buzzed from that one. Oh, they've got a Lion King section. Let's have a look. I'm always looking for something cute with Pumbaa on it because I don't have anything, like any clothing. Oh my gosh, Crocs. The Crocs have Pumbaa. The Crocs have Pumbaa. But they're $64. I've never paid full price for the Disney Crocs. I always get them in the outlets for like $30. But they are so cute. Okay. Like, but they have Pumbaa on them. They're so cute. Okay. I mean, I definitely want those. Oh, I'd be so good though if I paid full price and then they ended up at the outlets. Oh, they are so nice though, and I've never seen those before. Oh, is that a Scar jumper? Oh, that's cool. Oh, I really like that. And it's plain on the back. It's just like a sweatshirt. That is really nice. What's the price on that? $54.99 for that as well. There's definitely a lot of new merch here. I like the t-shirt too. And the t-shirt has Pumbaa. And I wear black a lot, so anything black is going to get worn. These have no prices on them. Oh, $29.99 according to the tag up there. Oh, there's a beach towel as well, and it also has Pumbaa on it. Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm really enjoying the merch in here. Last time I came into the store, I'm pretty sure I was disappointed in the merch selection because I've always loved this store, but it's really good today. Rachel, I found a few things. Okay, so first of all, Crocs. They have Pumbaa on though. But then I was also like, I'd be so upset if they went to the outlets. I think they will go to the outlets because they won't be that popular. Oh my gosh, look at the bum bag. I didn't see that. But then also, I really like the Scar sweatshirt. I don't think I would get this, but I just appreciate it. It's nice. And then I really like the t-shirt. And that's only $29.99 and that has Pumbaa on it. Plus like all of the rest of the characters. But then also, over here, I'd never seen this before. This is really cute. Isn't that cute? And that's like, they're like $59.99 or $54.99 versus like a Spirit jersey that's like $80. Yeah, it has like the Spirit jersey. I just like that it's black and kind of. If he was actually in the Space Mountain vehicle, I would get it. Because what is that? Is that like Astro Orbiters?
Something like that, but yeah.
Okay, well, they're all the things that I like so far.
It's a nice jumper.
It is a nice jumper. Oh, you've seen a different jumper? Show me.
It's not really like Disney.
I didn't make it all the way across to the other half of the store. Oh, Rachel, I really want the Crocs. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Is it plain on the back as well?
No.
What's on the back? Oh, I like that. That seems like your vibes. I was saying, last time I was in this shop, I remember being disappointed with the merch, but they've got quite a lot of new stuff in. Oh, this collection's cute. Oh, ha, look at that, Rachel. I'm so fly. Oh, the app, that's nice. It's a lovely colour as well. Oh, that's clever. Is that the one you were talking about? I like that. The hat is nice too. How much is the jumper? 30, oh no, $59.99. Okay. Right, I haven't had a look over this side. So much nice merch. Oh, look at that. That's cool. With the 4 park icons. That's nice. I like the colour. No, the one you got yesterday, the Tomorrowland one, is so much nicer. Okay. Let me have a look over here. Oh, this is that vacation collection. We saw that in May. Let's look over here. Oh, this is like the Wilderness Explorer kind of stuff. All the up stuff. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. That is so cute, a little Wilderness Explorer. Oh, I always forget to take measurements before we come here because we always find cute stuff. That is really cute. And it's like waterproof as well. Oh, that's such a cute jacket. My gosh, how cute is the back of that t-shirt? It's them as kids, look. That's really cute. It makes me sad though. This Loungefly is so funny. And then there's one here too. Oh my gosh, and there's a Kevin one as well. They are super cute. We're heading on over now to the Riverside Depot. We can get across the traffic. Ooh, they have the Haunted Mansion connection here. Hi, how are you? Oh, they are cute. I think I've said about 20 million things today are cute. That's really nice. I love the Haunted Mansion merch. The Loungefly is really nice. Definitely feeling like the merch has gotten better. We had a couple of trips where like we weren't interested really in any of the merch, but oh my gosh, look at that. That is so cool. Going to the Halloween party, that's like the perfect bag, isn't it? Oh my gosh, look at these tiny, tiny Crocs. That's so cute. These sweatshirts are really nice. Oh, I like these.
I prefer those other ones though.
The original ones, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
54. Oh, but look, they're quite light. Feel it?
Yeah, that's very light.
Oh, I really like that. I like the cream one. I like the green as well, though. Okay, they're really nice. Oh, Bosom Woody Loungefly. That Yeti Loungefly is so funny. I always forget how big this store is. So many t-shirts. Oh, this is where we found the nice top for Dad. Remember the Nike? Oh yeah, that's nice.
You think it's fly off?
Okay, I think we are leaving empty-handed for today. We're gonna head out of the park, go to the bathroom on the way, and then I think we're heading out onto the 192 to get some lunch. We're thinking Raising Cane's. The shop is really busy. I much prefer popping into the shops when the park is nice and quiet. I just don't think I do well with like trying to shop when it's super busy. Oh, the Sanderson Sisters top. That is really nice. All right, we're heading out. The time now is 12:30. So we've been here for, what, 3, 4, 5 hours? We've done a lot. And now we've got lightning lanes stacked up for later at Epcot. So we have come to Raising Cane's. They are playing some tunes, so TBC whether I can include this audio or not. But we are ordering some combos. I'm going to get the box combo, which is 4 fingers, and it comes with Texas toast and some coleslaw. Mom and Dad are going to get the same, and then Rachel's going to get the 3-finger combo, which clearly comes with 1 less chicken finger, but also has no coleslaw. But they're really good value, like compared to a lot of fast food chains here where you have to buy your drinks and stuff separate. I think the prices are really good. It's $11.79 for the 4 chicken finger box combo, and then it's $9.99 for the 3-finger. And most importantly for Rachel, they have Dr. Pepper. All right, we did all right. This is the remnants of mine. I didn't get to my coleslaw. We have, Mom left some toast behind. Dad finished up everything. I think we're all in food comas. Yeah. But we're happy. Everyone liked it.
Yeah, it was all good.
Lovely and fresh. Rachel's got her Dr. Pepper smiling away. We have come to Epcot, where we've got our lightning lanes for this evening. We had a bit of a chill back at the room after our Raising Cane's. Everybody went for an nap except for me. I stayed up and just kind of sorted through some bits and pieces. I had like clothes to go through that I'd left at Natasha's and stuff like that. But yeah, we've made it to Epcot. We parked up literally in the very, very back row of the park. So it's gonna be really busy in here. It is a Saturday, it's food and wine, so it's to be expected. So we're kind of coming in with our calm auras on us and we're just gonna go and get those lightning lanes done and hopefully maybe pick up a few bits of food at Food and Wine. But I haven't got a lot planned really, because like I say, we know the park is going to be really, really busy, so we're just going to take it easy and see what we get done. We are heading over to Soarin' to do our first lightning lane of this evening, and then I guess when we do that we can book something else, but I don't think there'll be much available at this time. And to be honest, we have the 3 rides booked that we wanted to do, so Soarin' and then Frozen and Remy. So yeah, I mean, maybe we could book like a Nemo ride or something, just in case we manage to get back and do something else after we go around the World Showcase. But I'm really happy with how it's turned out today with these 3 lightning lanes this evening. It is just 6:05, our lightning lane's at 6:10, so we're just going by Nemo now, so by the time we get round it'll be perfect timing. Although I think they let you in early, like when we did Everest earlier we were at least a few minutes early, so I think the same like 5-minute rule still applies. I do love the Nemo ride. It's not too busy actually over this side of the park. I bet everybody is out around the food and wine booths, which is exactly what we would have expected. And it's also quite nice this evening. It is a bit overcast. Now there is some thunderstorm and rain forecast, so we've brought all of our like wet gear, our ponchos and stuff. It's feeling quite humid, like it is feeling like a storm could be brewing, but maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know, it's a bit dark. We are making our way around to our second lightning lane over at Remy. The sky is looking pretty ominous. We're kind of just keeping our fingers crossed that we can get there before it rains. We've also noticed that the wind has picked up too, which always seems to be the precursor to some storm activity. So hopefully we can make it. Oh, Rachel just asked me where the Ireland booth is. It's normally here, isn't it? Did we get? No, Ireland's so popular, they wouldn't have caught us. We're deadly. It is normally here though, isn't it?
Pretty sure.
Joe, I haven't even looked at a booklet, so that would be devastating. And honestly, insulting.
What's wrong?
There's normally an Ireland booth here.
Look, and they've got Guinness merch and no Ireland.
Yeah, I know. They sell Ireland merch, but they don't have an Ireland pavilion, and now they don't even have an Ireland booth. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe it's hidden somewhere.
Look, it's right here.
Yeah. Yeah, it was always right here. So it took us about 30 minutes, I'd say, from when we got in the soaring queue to when we got out of it. I'd say it was about a 15-minute wait maybe to get on. I always find soaring's just a long one, even with Lightning Lane. And obviously the ride itself is kind of long too. I did book the Nemo ride for the last hour of the park. We'll see if we manage to get to that. If not, I'll like release it. Oh, I feel some rain, do you?
Yeah, we're almost at Remy.
We're almost there. Oh no. I can feel panic in the air. Remy is showing 75 minutes. So we'll see how quick we get on with our Lightning Lane. The Skyliner still seems to be running. That would indicate there's not lightning in the area. So maybe we'll get lucky and we kind of just get the edge of whatever this storm is today. Rachel is now on a mission in Japan to get some mochi. It did start to rain, so I had to just put the camera away. But we went on Remy and it was an amazing Lightning Lane. I think we were on in less than 5 minutes. And like you saw, there was a 75-minute wait, so that worked out perfect. Oh, lychee mochi. That's not lychee. I'm pretty devastated. They don't have the lychee one. Oh no, that's so sad. Well, hopefully they'll have it later in the trip. We've been trying to find this exact kind at home and we just can't find it. So we've had a good look around and unfortunately it doesn't look like there is any of the lychee. So that's a shame. We'll have to just check back again later in the trip. But we are going to get some of the, where's it gone? The lychee drink. This one over here. The Calpico. This is really, really nice as well. So we just introduced Mum and Dad to the Calpico drink, the lychee. What do you think, Dad?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Really nice.
Love the flavour of that, yeah. Really good.
What do you think?
Lovely. Very nice.
It's really refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's very light.
Try to get this at home.
You can't find that at home? I don't know. I don't know that I've tried. We'll have to look it up. Let us know, by the way, if you know how to get the mochi that they have here, or what's it called? Calpico.
I know you can get the mochi online here.
Oh, like in the US you can order it? Oh, but not at home. We have made it around to Germany, which is where the Spain booth is, and Rachel's just getting some paella, so we're going to get 2 portions of it for her and Dad to give it a try. We've been checking out the booths like as we've been going around, but there's not been much that's taken our fancy, and there's definitely a ton less booths than normal. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case for the whole of the festival. I know sometimes they'll have like some booths and then they'll bring more a few weeks in. It's definitely a bit sparse out there. I would say like it's maybe about the same as Flower and Garden, or even less. And Flower and Garden always had less than Food and Wine. So yeah, kind of interesting. And also the booths are in like random places versus where they've been in previous years. So yeah, anyway, we're getting the paella, so we'll see what that is like. And I think from what we've seen so far, the booths that we saw at the front of the park had some of the more interesting dishes that we might want to try. So we'll see if anything else takes our fancy on the way around. We've got to stop off in Norway, obviously, for our frozen lightning lane. And if we don't find anything else, we'll probably check out some of the booths back at the front then, so we can get a few bits to eat. The paella, by the way, is $8. It's also a dining plan snack credit, so good use of a snack credit. And they also have a little Spanish charcuterie that you can get as well for $6.50. All right, it's quite small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny.
It looks okay though. Are you excited to try it?
Yeah. Probably in a bad place.
Do you want to grab a table? You're starting back there? No, that's where the boat goes, so there won't be a table over there. It smells really good actually. So what, you've got rice, you've got shrimp.
Octopus and scallop.
Oh, octopus and scallop, okay. Well, let's see what you think.
This is some type of aioli. Don't know what it is.
All right, so we had a bit of an issue with the paella. When I had actually videoed it, Rachel had shared a shrimp with Dad because Dad had no shrimp, but then we also realized Dad had no aioli. So we just went back up and they gave us a whole fresh one. So actually that as a portion for $8, I think is all right, like for Food and Wine. And it's really tasty. You've tasted it all already. And with the aioli though, you'll probably like it even more.
Yeah, you can try it in.
Give it a try.
Yeah. It
It makes
makes a big difference.
a big difference.
I mean, it was nice anyway, but with the aioli it makes a huge difference. Different dish altogether.
And that's the thing, I thought it was nice, but I thought it was a bit skimpy, like for $8, but that's what it's supposed to look like. And we're just going by Germany now. What has Germany got? A bratwurst and a pretzel roll, an apple strudel, chicken noodle, a pasta gratin with ham, onion and cheese. That sounds nice. See what's over in the Alps. We've got warm raclette Swiss cheese, so that'd be nice. Warm raclette Swiss cheese with, so you can get it with ham, baby potatoes, and a baguette, or baby potatoes, cornichons.
Same thing, just without the ham.
Oh, that makes sense. And then a dark chocolate fondue. That's a good booth.
A dark chocolate fondue.
Did you want cheese? Oh, it smells so smelly. I just heard someone say it smells so bad over here. I'm not sure I explained that issue that we had with the, what's it called? I keep forgetting the name of it. Paella. So when we got the 2 bowls, Rachel just noticed that Dad has no shrimp and was like, oh, have one of my shrimp, because she had 2 shrimp. And it was only like when he'd taken a few bites, then I looked over and I was like, do you not have aioli either? And Dad was like, no. And we realized he was just given a dish that wasn't finished, but he had taken a few bites of it. But luckily they were fine about it, because it was clear on the plate that there had been no aioli or anything. So she just swapped it out for, well, she didn't swap it out. She actually let us keep the one that he'd started to eat and then gave us a fresh one as well. So it meant that we all got to have a little bit more, which was nice. But it definitely was a totally different dish with the aioli. The aioli is so nice with it. But actually, I think that's a really good dish and one to try. If you like paella or you like fish, you really like that. It definitely didn't look like paella that I've had before. Like maybe it was the black rice or something, but it was really tasty, really good and nice and filling. So this refreshment outpost has an impossible spicy sausage, a curried chicken and South African Boer Wars sausage stew in a bread bowl. That kind of sounds all right. And then a chocolate Amarillo mousse. That looks like a zebra dome.
It does look like a zebra dome.
It looks different to a zebra dome, but it looks like a zebra dome on a biscuit. Oh, did you just see lightning? We got really lucky with the rain though, so far. A potato and pea samosa, would like to try that. A chicken tikka masala on naan bread, would also like to try that. What's the queue like? It's not too bad.
I don't know how to explain it.
No, there is no queue. Do you want to try those? So here is the chicken tikka. That is a great portion. That was only $6.25, and that's easily shareable as well. And then this is the samosa. So it's actually like 3 little samosas, and I think this one was like $5. All right, verdict on the dishes. I thought the tikka masala was lovely. It's a bit spicy, but I quite like that. Have you still got the hiccups, or are you okay?
No, I'm good, yeah.
Dad and I both will randomly get hiccups when we have spicy food. It's so funny. Sometimes I get it really, really bad. Like I'll have hiccups for like a full hour after eating something spicy.
If I get the hiccups when I take even a sip of water straight away.
If you take a bit of water, it's gone straight away.
If I catch them early enough.
Really? What did you think?
It was lovely. As you said, the tikka masala was
a little bit spicy.
An Indian spice rather than a Western spice. It was lovely. I like that. I like the Indian spice. It was nice.
Yeah, like it wasn't really creamy like the ones you get in the UK.
Yeah.
It was more like
it's
spicy.
More spice than it is about the creamy taste.
The samosa was okay, but like I wouldn't get it again.
Yeah, the samosa was okay.
It wasn't like what I would think of like a proper. Yeah, it wasn't like crispy and flaky.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of like a phyllo pastry type samosa. Yeah, it was more like thick and like nearly a short crust pastry.
Almost, yeah.
What did you think, Rach?
The masala was nice, so I wouldn't get the samosa again.
Yeah. Samosa was nice, but it's just average. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't get it again. So, and the tikka was such good value because the three of us ate it and we had a good portion.
Naan bread was
Yeah, it was good because you had the
naan bread.
You had the naan bread with it as well.
Yeah, it was lovely.
A really good portion in fairness.
Oh, lightning. Right, we're going to try and get to Frozen now. We've got like 5 minutes until our window closes, but we are in China. There may not be fireworks if the lightning keeps up. It does look like it's a bit far away, but it's hard to tell when it's up in the sky. So yeah, we're coming into Norway now so we can do our lightning lane for Frozen. We are now going on to Frozen. It is a 50-minute wait right now. So this is where we stopped then with the lightning lane. So really good lightning lane yet again. It's been a whole day of good lightning lanes. Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best $16 I've spent at Disney in a long time.
Once again, last call for boarding to Crush Android. Last call for boarding. If you'd like to join us, cross over the yellow line.
We are back at the room. Everyone has crashed into bed. We sat up actually for a little bit watching one of our favourite YouTube channels. There's a YouTube channel called Do We Know Them? And it's just two girls that have like essentially a YouTube podcast. And we all watch it as a family. It's quite a good one. They kind of just talk about like random things that are going on the internet, but they're two girls that I've followed for years. But yeah, we just sat and watched, like, we only got through 20 minutes of it and then people were like, it's bedtime. Just as a recap then of the multi-pass lightning lane, I thought it was amazing value today. Obviously we played the lower price for Animal Kingdom, around like $16 each. And it's only kind of occurred to me why it worked out so well, and that's because Animal Kingdom opened before every other park, like an hour before every other park, which meant that we were scanning in for those first lightning lanes before most people were able to use theirs. So our first lightning lane was at we scanned in just after 8:05, And then we had Dinosaur for $8.55, both of those times before anybody else could have used theirs. Now, we actually didn't scan in for our second one, I think, until about 9:10. But again, there's going to be a very small proportion of people that were able to do their first Lightning Lane by that time, meaning that our availability for those evening slots in Epcot were really good. So actually, although Animal Kingdom's not a great park for Lightning Lane, it is a great morning park if you also plan to do a different park in the evening, and because especially on those days where it opens early. But Animal Kingdom, you will find a lot of the time it will open earlier, so that's a top tip if you are getting Lightning Lane. And obviously then that $16 price just worked out great. We got 7 Lightning Lanes out of it, and we got like everything done in Animal Kingdom, and we got 3 of the top rides done in Epcot. So yeah, just made it so worthwhile for us. But anyway, I'm going to get myself to bed so that I'm nice and rested for tomorrow, although tomorrow is a bit more of a chilled one. But Rachel and I are getting up early for a very special rope drop. We'll find out more about that tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye!